round two for some of us. I would like
Three for some of
I would like, round three for some others, I know. I would like to call to order on the Silver Lake side, the joint meeting for July 13th at 6:45. And
Jill would need to call to order the meeting for
Yeah.
the union.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I will call the meeting to order for Union 31. And I'd like to begin tonight with a call for a nomination or volunteering of chair for Union 31.
I'd like to nominate Gene Balls.
I'll second that. Thank you. Is there any discussion?
Will you accept?
I would happily accept. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to take a roll call vote, and of course, and I would like to announce that we are recording. So for Union 31, we're going to start down here with Caitlin. Yes. Lauren?
Yes.
Union 31 for Plympton, alternate Jason.
Yes.
And then Jimmy.
Yes.
And then Mike Chicane for Union 31.
Yes.
And Megan Cameron. Yes. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jeannie.
Do I need to open the first one or the off one?
I believe she did. Yeah. Okay, so again, this evening, Karen is not with us. Susan is taking minutes, so when a motion is made and seconded, if the person making the motion and doing the second could announce their name also, so she can record the minutes accurately. Thank you. Okay, for the first agenda item, the minutes from our last meeting, which was May 10th.
I make a motion to approve our meeting from May 10th.
Are you doing it as a union member or Silver Lake?
Doing it now, the chair, Silver Lake, since you called for it.
Thank you. Well, that makes sense. Thank you. Is there a second from Silver Lake?
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion of the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye. Silver Lake is unanimous.
For Union 31, will entertain a motion to accept the minutes from May 10, 2023 and July 5th, 2023.
Make a motion to accept the minutes from May 10th, 2023 and July 5th, 2023.
That was Michael Chicane. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Megan Cameron. All those in favor?
Aye.
Do you need a roll call vote?
No.
I believe
We had two minutes on the 10th and July 5th.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm using the prior agenda. On the Silver Lake side, I apologize, there is the second set of minutes, and I'm using an agenda that I had vetted earlier a week or so ago, so I do
It's
apologize.
hard copies that you don't have access to on computer.
Also going to do the July 5th.
Please, thank you.
I make a motion to accept our minutes from our July 5th meeting for the Silver Lake Regional School Committee.
Any further discussion on July the 5th? Seeing none, all those in favor on Silver Lake?
Aye.
Thank you.
I'm going to abstain because I wasn't at that meeting.
Okay,
That's Amy.
thank you. Okay, next agenda item, shared cost agreements.
Yes, so I believe,
I would love it if you would.
so I believe you all have in your packet a draft of a shared cost agreement. So basically, the law several years ago changed so that you could have basically intermunicipal agreements where different towns or cities or school systems could share employees and share the cost. So that's basically what this document is. And the purpose of it is basically to legally allow you to share like the superintendent, the assistant superintendent. And I have, other than all the legalese in the first few pages, if you look at Appendix A, there's a number of different categories, or two categories. One category is like the superintendent's position that's shared by everybody. So the The way we would propose to have it shared is that you look at the prior October 1 enrollment number, you share the cost based on that enrollment number for the next year. So that would be salary benefits to be shared, and you would work on that cost per position. So I listed all the ones that on our list that we believe fall in that category. Each position would have to be assigned, in this case, they're all assigned to the district, but they have to be assigned to one particular municipality. So you could have a situation where some employees are assigned to Kingston, some employees are assigned to Silver Lake. It's usually the place where they work the most would be the place they get assigned. So that place, they'd be on the payroll, they'd get benefits through that location, and then the other entities are basically cost sharing. So they don't actually employ the person, but they get their services with the employee. The second category that we have listed is the 2 positions at the moment. There's probably going to be others in this category, but we haven't flushed those out yet. Those are the ones that are only shared amongst the elementary systems. So you see the 2 listed here. Basically same concept, but Silver Lake wouldn't be involved in those, so they're just the elementary shared. And they would have to be assigned, I left it blank for now, but they have to be assigned to either Kingston, Plympton, or Halifax as actual employees, and then the other 2 towns would share if they use the services of that particular position. What I was just saying to Paul earlier is I probably will add another provision to this that allows for some mechanism where we can add to Appendix A without going through this whole agreement to do so. So we probably work on that, and then I think, as I said earlier, we need to add maybe a couple more positions to category 2. But because of the shifting of the preschool that we're looking at there, the new preschool administrator, it may eliminate the need to do that. So we're going to have another meeting where I talk to Jill and administration about that. But we wanted to give you kind of the concept of how it would work. Most of the language I have in here is copied right from the law as far as immunity and how that works. And if there's a lawsuit, who's liable, that type of thing. So does anybody have any questions about any of that? Oh, yeah, one more thing I should add. Some of this is going to require parking with these. So depending on the positions, all the non-union positions, no issue. Some of these are union positions. We're going to have to talk to them how this would work. And we would be doing that early on in the process, giving updates as far as that goes.
Question on that bargaining. Would it be impact bargaining or full bargaining?
So I would say for most of these, it would be impact bargaining because it's kind of already happening. This is more on our end as far as how we fund it and making it legal. But a lot of these positions are already working this way. The preschool, which we still need to talk about, some of those may be a little different. That may require actual bargaining.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty, the regional agreement. So the update for the regional agreement is the draft that, the red line draft that you have on the link this evening. It has been forwarded to DESE July 6th. We believe that that is the final version. Well, it should probably in a couple of weeks for us, another week or so, we should hear back from DESE.
I would think, the only thing I'm not sure about is like vacation schedules and things, but usually it's,
Just to add, when you look at the track document, it does have comments from Michelle Griffin today.
oh, really?
There's some comments throughout the document.
And I sent them a clean version too.
Yep, that's on here as well. The track document has her comments from today, like asking questions like this definition of enrollment applied to all sections of the agreement, things like that. So just like her comments are visible.
And you're saying those are comments from today
Yep, it says 7:53 a.m. and then there's more.
in the link?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you, the regional attorney was correct.
Yeah.
And then Christine Lynch also commented. Yes, it's
I think that might just be how it's saved. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be, 'cause I didn't send it.
So maybe like they're looking at it, which is kind of cool, that we can see where they're,
I didn't know that that is from, you see dates on that?
it says 7:53 a.m.
Today, but I think it's a,
Oh, it's an imported, never mind, it says it's imported documents, maybe it's not.
Yeah, I don't think, yeah, good question, I don't think it is.
I'm not seeing anything after June 9. Oh, yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah.
It says today.
There's, I'm hoping, there's very few, if any, questions at this point, because I think we've addressed everything. But, I mean, I'd say we're like 99% good.
Agreed.
Hopefully on both documents.
So we have reached out to, as we had talked a couple of school committee meetings ago on the Silver Lake side, we reached out to the towns and asked them to prepare for fall town meeting, that we will need one. It was no surprise, we've all, reached out to our town officials. So Kingston has slated October 24th. Plympton is looking at a Wednesday in late October or early November. They'll be getting back to us. And Halifax is to be announced. Both Plympton and Halifax are going to combine some other items that have to be dealt with in the town meeting, so that works nicely. We've also asked that Christine and Russ be able to speak at town meeting. Christine, obviously, Halifax, that's a given, but we're going to need their expertise to answer questions and help present the new document to the towns. And the towns have been agreeable to that. So our next step would be, once we get the final version back in another week or two from DESE, I believe that we should come together again and invite the town officials to step through this whole process about the preschool, adopting it into the regional agreement, vet the regional agreement with them so the town officials are on the same page and supportive of this at town meeting. We're working on a draft presentation that can be used at both the next meeting we have with the town officials, as well as perhaps at town meeting. And we can vet that as a team further that evening. So those are the key updates and next steps. So while summer is usually a fairly quiet time for school committee meetings, I do apologize. We're going to have a little bit of activity this summer. So any questions with that? Jill, Russ, Christine, did I miss anything key there?
Nope. I think the important thing is that we get all the town officials, any questions that are answered before town meeting. Because the last thing we want is questions coming at the town meeting from officials. We're going to get questions from the public, but if we can get everybody on the same page as far as, like, this isn't really controversial stuff, or it shouldn't be. It may look like it on its face, but once we explain, most of this is just modifying to become, consistent with current law, a lot of it, and consistent with what DESE wants, and then making the preschool change. So as far as substantive issues that are really things that we had an option not to do, there's really like basically nothing in that category. So I think we need to just explain that, make sure everybody understands it.
And while this is a Silver Lake agreement, it impacts all of us. So that's why I'm saying broader meetings should include, it should be a joint meeting. So.
I just had a conversation with the town of Kingston today. They mentioned that their park will be shutting off on middle of September. I don't know if the town meeting. I don't think we'll have to see the other town states on the day. We've already decided in the middle of September.
Yeah. And that's why I think it's very important that we get together at the beginning of August, hammer through this, make sure that we have everything buttoned down. And that way the towns will have the materials they need and whatever they choose to print. One of the towns, and it might have been Plympton, I think, was talking about maybe putting highlights in the actual warrant and having handouts that evening of the full draft. So the towns need to figure things out like that before they finalize their warrant as well. So. Okay. All right. If there's no further comments, then we can adjourn. I would take a motion from the Silver Lake side.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
I will take a motion from the Union 31 side to adjourn.
So moved.
Jason, second.
Second.
Go ahead. All those in favor? Aye.
Thank you, folks. Thank you.